The Outstanding Group Award is presented for achievement in all areas of unit endeavors, sponsored by the Association of Graduates of the United States Air Force Academy. The trophy was made possible by donations from all graduates who died in service of their country. Major William E. Page Jr., class of 1959. Captain Marvin W. Guthrie Jr., class of 1965. Captain Albert Monte L. Cooper, class of 1961. Captain Richard T. Morris, class of 1964. Captain James D. Newman, class of 1965. Captain Robert L. Reeves, class of 1964. Captain James W. Wood, class of 1965. Class of 1968. The trophy is displayed in the Cadet Awards trophy case in Arnold Hall. Engraved by the Street 73, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Graduates, 27 Group. The group is commanded today by Cadet Colonel Brent White. dismisses the troops in an organized manner and at the same time provides an opportunity to inspect the state of discipline and training. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the passing of the color guard and remain in the stands.
我们住的旅馆，忘了。
Mom, go to the bathroom because we gotta go.
I already did.
Oh, perfect.
Anna，你照下。
I'm not gonna bring a jacket because I'm gonna be hot.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna be carrying this big old bag. It's like 30 pounds.
要不要把那盒子放在边，把那个拿着，放在屋里。
You want us to keep this?
No,
I'll get it later.
Yeah, I think he's got too much on his plate to worry about the watch right now.
yeah, I take the watch out.
Mom, it's okay.
I don't want to leave in the room.
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay, we can go now.
It's fine, it'll be fine. I can leave it in my car too.
Oh yeah, you can give me a car.
That'd be more dangerous than being in the car.
Nobody's
Really?
here.
What if I hide it under like one of the mats?
Yeah.
It's like one in the bag.
Yeah, you can do it. So you can take it home tonight even.
Oh yeah, and work on it.
Oh, later we gotta go take the cut it anyway.
Oh yeah, it's true.
讲英文，讲英
No
文
one。said it can be able to do not disturb.
帽子戴起来，
戴是 OK 嘛，一件嗨一点。
戴帽子，照一张。
Just put it under one of the mats and yeah, nobody can see it.
Nobody can see it. Yeah, we
戴帽子，照一张。
Watch closely and you should actually be able to see the jumpers as they exit the aircraft. At this time, all jumpers have deployed their main parachutes and are setting up for precision landing on the target area before you. This first pass of jumpers is comprised of the class of 2010 members of the competition team. The Wings of Blue was founded in 1966 in order to give cadets at the Air Force Academy experience in the techniques of free fall parachuting. In addition to performing at demonstrations such as this one you'll be seeing today, the team actively participates in parachuting competitions at the local, regional, national, and international levels. The Wings of Blue have won numerous awards in parachute meets across the country. Our first jumper to land from the Giza Pyramids in Cairo, Egypt, Cadet First Class Steve Azab. Following Cadet Azab, trailing the Army flag from Tampa, Florida, Cadet First Class Brent Stevens. Our third jumper to land from Honolulu, Hawaii, Cadet First Class Joe Brundage. And trailing a red streamer from Atlanta, Georgia, Cadet First Class Justin North. Following Justin, trailing yellow smoke high above, all the way from Dodger Stadium, California, give it up for Cadet First Class Gabe Guzman. Ladies and gentlemen, if you direct your attention high overhead again, you will see our jumpers exit the aircraft. Following Spencer from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Cadet First Class Kip Hansen. Following Kip, trailing the Coast Guard flag from Platte City, Missouri, Connor Flint. Right behind Connor from Scobie, Montana, Cadet First Class Dave Librand. Following Dave, trailing the Texas flag from Lubbock, Texas, Cadet First Class Brad Killian. Following Brett from Allentown, Pennsylvania, give it up for Sam Boone. Trailing the red and blue double streamer from Surprise, New York, Cadet First Class Johnny Weininger. Following Johnny from Appleton, Wisconsin, Cadet First Class Dan Dreyer. And right behind Dan from Anacortes, Washington, put your hands together for Cadet First Class Chris Smith. Following Chris with the blue and silver streamer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Cadet First Class Gina K13 Koenigsberger. Is Cadet First Class Ann Hansen from Anchorage, Alaska. First, trailing two drop-down flags, the POW MIA flag and our Stars and Stripes. First to land, all the way from
And our Stars and Stripes carried today by Cadet First Class Spencer Chardine from Louisville, Kentucky. At this time, we'd like to thank you all for your attention. We hope that you've enjoyed watching today's demonstration as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. This concludes strategic studies. The T-41 has been a mainstay of Academy airmanship programs for over 2 decades, with its outstanding safety and reliability solo free-fall program in the world.
Skid over. Is there room?
I'm fine.
No more room? Okay. Forget it. That's it. Yeah, but it's coming.
The remaining aircraft in Dakota. You may notice the smoky trails coming off their aircraft. What you are actually seeing are vapor streams as they are now dumping water ballast from off. The Duo Discus boasts the best glide performance of any aircraft in the Air Force inventory with an astounding 45-to-1 glide ratio. The TG-15A is a true aerodynamic marvel. In addition to their astonishing
Say that.
The 2 sailplanes now approaching Show Center are the TGs being flown by Cadets First Class Danny Hahn of Littleton, Colorado, and Brendan Ross of Winter Springs, Florida. Watch now as they release from Aerotow and begin their crosswind turn. Now watch as each Merlin turns to enter the pattern for a landing in sequence here on Stillman Field. With over 200 sorties per day operating from the Academy's airfield, our cadet instructor pilots are often forced to share the landing pattern with other aircraft. The second Merlin glider is being flown by Cadets First Class Jake Belka of West Valley City, Utah, and Troy Baggs of North Salt Lake, Utah. Watch now as our capable cadet instructor pilots execute precision landings right here on Stillman Field. With 200 instructor pilots, 180 of whom are cadets,
It's gotta be tough to train now.
Ladies and gentlemen, now for a change of pace. Please direct your attention high above and to the southwest towards the glider on top. The 94th Flying Training Squadron's aerobatic demonstration team would like to invite you to enjoy this exciting display of glider aerobatics. The aircraft being used in today's demonstration is the TG-10C Sabre, also known as the Blahnik L-13 aircraft. Today's aerobatic performances will feature the newly acquired smoke system for the Sabre. Piloting the Sabre is Cadet First Class Dan Cahoon of Unison, Virginia, who is joined today by Lieutenant Colonel Noel Hank, who will be stopping his forward motion. Cadet Cahoon will stall and rotate the sailplane through 1.5 rotations and recover from vertical flight. Now Cadet Cahoon must gain speed with the Cuban 8 maneuver. He will fly 5/8 of a loop, then roll upright and repeat that same process to paint a figure 8 in the sky. The next maneuver you will see is called the cloverleaf, which gracefully combines a loop and 1/4 roll. Now the sailplane prepares to pull up into vertical flight for the hammerhead. Just in this maneuver, Cadet Cahoon will pilot the sailplane through its entire performance envelope, flying at both its stall speed and never exceed speeds.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Sarah's coming to say hi. She just got
Cadet Cahoon is now demonstrating precise control of the Sabre by blending a 90-degree turn and a full roll at the same time. The last maneuver requires extreme coordination and pilot skill as Cadet Cahoon pilots the sailplane through a 270-degree turn while rolling 3 times moves in the opposite direction. Flyover today will be a second TG-10C Sabre piloted by Cadet First Class Scott Hatter from Anchorage, Alaska, who's joined today by Lieutenant Colonel William B. Bresnick, the squadron commander. Watch now as Scott releases from tow and sets up for today's final performance. Cadet Hatter is now diving for his first maneuver, the hesitation roll. The pilot will pause halfway through his roll to demonstrate the excellent flight characteristics of the T direction. Now Cadet Hatter gains speed and pulls up into vertical flight for the Humpty Bump maneuver. What you will see next is a shark's tooth. Cadet Hatter will raise his pitch 30 degrees above the horizon, roll inverted, and then pull the sailplane so it is pointing straight down towards the ground. This maneuver paints a shark's tooth in the sky. Up next is a clover leaf, which gracefully combines a loop and 1/4 roll. Cadet Hatter will perform 4 consecutive clover leaps, which in succession will create a 4-leaf clover in the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for Cadet Calhoun and Colonel Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching as Cadet Hatter executes a 4G 90-degree turn at almost 90 degrees of bank. Finally, Scott will...
Just tell him where you're going to post the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just received a note that there has been a slight change of plans with our final aircraft in today's demonstration. In place of Lieutenant Colonel Resnick, the 94th Flying Training Squadron Commander, Cadet Hatter will be landing before us today with the Superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy, Lieutenant General Mike Gould.
Yes, talking about being a little nervous. I got the guy next to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Cadet Hatter and General Gould. Not a bad way to make an entrance.
Yesterday was an organizational awards parade. Okay. So yeah, it was really a cool session.
But it's not.
And the squadron's got a bunch of awards and stuff.
Supposed to be.
Meal squad? This one got some sort of military award.
In Mississippi. Cadet Squadron 2 is led by their squadron commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Mark Favinger of Minden, Nebraska. The Dogs of War are led by their squadron commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel John Tillotson of Ham Lake, Minnesota. Next up, Cadet Squadron 4 is led by their squad of Put-in Bay, Ohio. And last, rounding off first group, is Tiger 10, led by their squadron commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Trolson of Warren, New Jersey.
Are the Chicken Hawks, commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Topolis from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Leading Stalag 17